Does Howard Lutnick know the truth about Tether? Speaking at Davos, the Cantor Fitzgerald CEO says the stablecoin issuer has the money to back us. Maybe it's time we all started to believe in Tether, despite the truthers. Fresh in from the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Howard Lutnick, chairman and CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, has reiterated claims that Tether has the money the stablecoin issuer claims to have. Cantor has been a Tether custodian since late 2021 and as such has been able to examine portions of the stablecoin issuer's balance sheet, Lutnick said. It's unclear how much or what percentage of Tether's funds Cantor manages. In an interview with Bloomberg TV, Lutnick said, "I manage many of their assets." This is an excerpt from the Node newsletter, a daily roundup of the most pivotal crypto news on CoinDesk and beyond. You can subscribe to get the full newsletter here. From what we've seen, and we did a lot of work, they have the money, he added. Lutnick referenced the conspiracies that have long plagued the world's first and largest stablecoin issuer, namely, that its stablecoin is backed by air. There has always been a lot of talk, do they have it or not? So I'm here with you guys saying we've seen it, and they have it, Lutnick said. Over and above the fact that Cantor Fitzgerald, a storied financial firm founded in 1945, is tying its reputation to Tether and inviting controversy, Lutnick's comments are significant because he is perhaps the only person outside of crypto with a reputation to lose willing to speak out in favor of the offshore stablecoin king. His remarks came days after a UN report singled out US as the preferred vehicle for money laundering in Southeast Asia. Tether, whose market cap is 4 times as much as its next largest competitor, USDT, has denied those allegations, noting the traceability of Tether tokens and the proven record Tether has of collaborating with law enforcement in its statement. Of course, this is not the first time Lutnick has backed up Tether, and there is certainly a financial incentive for Lutnick to try to dispel the rumors around its client. Lutnick is the majority owner of Cantor. The block, citing an unnamed source, reported the vast majority of Tether's reserves. That is a lot of coin. USDT, which is growing at an unmatched rate compared to rival stablecoins, has a market cap above $90 billion. If there is a dollar or dollar equivalent held in reserve backing the $99.05 billion plus of USDT in circulation, that means Cantor has a lot of assets to potentially use to earn revenue. See also, UN says Tether plays major role in illicit activity in East Asia. This isn't necessarily to discount what Lutnick said, but it is relevant. I mean, Lutnick pledging that the assets exist isn't exactly the concrete evidence of Tether's financial strength that Tether CEO Paolo Ardoino wants it to be. So what would affirm the robustness of Tether's reserves, as Ardoino put it? Well, an actual audit. The quarterly attestations Tether provides, which were first mandated by the New York Attorney General after the company was found to have lied about its reserves and are now offered proactively by Tether, offer only a glimpse into the systemically important or too big to fail stablecoin. But an attestation doesn't conclusively prove that the assets are always where they are supposed to be. Tether has been claiming it will supply an actual audit for years. When I spoke to Ardoino for CoinDesk's most influential series last November, he was cagey about saying anything specific about this. To be fair, auditing firms have been remiss to get involved in the crypto industry or take the risk of auditing a firm like Tether. So until that happens and a legitimate auditor bites the bullet, it'll be a he says, she says situation. That said, at this point, it is absolutely time for the so-called Tether truthers to give up the game. For years, skeptics have been able to get away with saying just about anything they want about Tether, wantonly connecting dots and raising questions out of nowhere. For instance, it was once a popular trope that Tether was responsible for driving up the price of Bitcoin BTC by inflating the market with counterfeit dollars. See also, Tether may be in U.S. Treasury cites it is conclusively true that Tether has lied about the nature of its reserves. The company also had a shady backroom deal with sister company Bitfinex after the popular exchange was hacked. Its executives have been evasive, and there's reason enough to distrust their statements. However, just because someone lied doesn't mean they're always lying. It's perfectly reasonable for a company in as lucrative a business as Tether to eventually clean up its act. And every day that US continues to trade, with every new blockchain it expands onto and with every new corporate backer like Cantor it gets, is another reason for it to mature.